scenario, I think Magnus had some crushing results against him then. So if he can find back to that form, it could be a good finish to the day for Magnus.
All right. Ding, ding, ding. It's what we hear, David. The game has started. And what are we seeing?
We're seeing the Sicilian defense, one of the most popular openings in chess. Also for Black, one of the most counter-attacking openings in chess. And Magnus hasn't handled it in the traditional way. He's putting his own personal stamp on this opening. White's queen coming up very early. We normally recommend not to do this. Definitely don't try this at home, especially if you're first starting out the game. White's queen now attacked by the black knight is going to have to retreat. The queens are the most valuable pieces, so you need to save them for later. Anytime the queen is attacked, she has to retreat because she's always going to get hit by lower valued pieces. So Magnus losing some time with his queen there, but he's opened up the center, and he is now also ready as White to castle the king off to the queen side, to the left side of the board. That is quite rare in chess in general, but in the open Sicilian, it's one of the most fighting ways to handle the position. And I think Magnus is going to do that over the next 2 or 3 turns. White's king is going to go off to that left side. Black's king is probably going to park itself on the opposite flank, and then we're going to see both sides race to try and attack the enemy monarch. And yeah, right now, rare position, Ivanka?
It is a rare position. I'm just looking at who's played this with the white pieces, and I can only see one grandmaster, Predica. Apart from that, it's just been international masters and very strong amateur players. So not the most popular opening choice. So maybe Magnus is resorting to his old strategy of just kind of catching his opponent unawares and in some sideline.
Yeah, and it shows he's over that quick draw he had earlier against Ding with Black. Maybe he wasn't in a fighting mood, but now he definitely is, because this opening with White is really, really dynamic. Already there's an imbalanced pawn structure, especially if, as mentioned, both kings castle on opposite flanks. That in chess, that's one of the most double-edged things. So right now, White just pushes a pawn and solidifies the White pawn stronghold in the center. And yeah, we'll see Black start to develop pieces now as well. Starting with this dark square bishop on a great diagonal. You should mention this Black bishop. It's a defensive piece, but also potentially an attacking piece too. Early days, but I'm excited. I think this is going to be a fun game to watch later.
Okay, cool. I was a little bit surprised actually by Black developing that dark square bishop. It looks like the most natural move.
Opponent can't commit to the attack yet. If White went on the attack on one side, then the Black king maybe would run to the other side of the board. So that's why they're playing with pieces, and they're actually disobeying the classical rules here of castling your king as early as possible. Normally you want to get your king to safety on one of the flanks, but here they're just hoping that they're safe enough in the middle for now, the 2 kings.
And well, Magnus has now posed a very pressing question to Duda. He's tagged the knight, he's tagged the bishop with his knight, and he's saying, hey, do you want to make a trade? And instinctively I'm like, no, because I like my bishops. But this is the type of position where every move that you make matters. So would you just come out with the queen to the side of the board, leave the bishop there, or would you kind of go, oh, sound the retreat?
Very good question, Ivanka. I guess once you've said A, you normally say B, and okay, he does commit his king. If Black's bishop did run away from a potential trade, then you've moved your bishop twice in the opening. You don't normally want to move the same piece twice. So you're right. White definitely will be tempted now to use the knight and capture Black's light squared bishop. But knights and bishops worth roughly the same. It's not clear that that necessarily benefits White yet. I think Black just needs...
a very convincing attack. So now we're waiting to see whether rook takes knight, and it's on the board. It made sense, just blast open the king, because opening lines is like the currency for attack. The more lines that you open against the king, the more vulnerable and exposed he is. So now we're expecting knight takes knight, just as you said.
That's, at first I was about to suggest the white queen jumping in with a check first, but that would have allowed black's knight to come back and block. So now this move, this series of moves that I mentioned is actually happening on the board. The other reason Magnus can go for this is because black's king can never escape. The king has to move now, and at the very, very minimum, there's a safety net for Magnus. He can just give checks forever with his queen, and black's king cannot escape, so that would end in a repetition and a draw. So it's always nice in chess to have a safety net. So even if you calculate wrong, even if you take a risk and it kind of backfires, to be able to make a draw at the very least is nice. A nice thing just to have in your pocket. And now black's king steps back in this way, and there we go. The bishop moves. The white king is about to evacuate the first rank. Maybe he can just castle, and then that white rook in the left-hand corner is not doing anything, but it is going to be the piece that delivers the killer blow. Black's king is just completely helpless. No defenders around it.
Yeah.
What to do? Black's pieces are still asleep. Look at the black queen, look at the black rooks, unable to jump to the defense.
And there's no connection as well. We've always said, actually, it's been a theme in this tournament, that when the defending queen is offside, cannot get to her king, then this is when the black king is the most vulnerable. And here, there's just no connection. This bishop that is proudly sitting on the e6 square, it gets in the way.
Actually, even if you give black 3 moves with the black queen, there's no way to get round to the defense of her king. So yeah, that's how helpless Duda is feeling right now. He's leaning back, and body language in chess, we talked about it a bit, but if a player leans back, either they're very confident or they know their position is hopeless.
Yeah, well, this will certainly make some of our Twitter audience very happy, because Magnus, of course, has a lot of support. And Carly Roche says, chess champs, chess, let's go, Magnus, in her selfie. There she is, supporting Magnus. And Lavinia Bratis says, chess all the way, and this time she has a chess maestro biscuit. Ooh, very, very tasty. We're jealous.
Never heard of it.
Maybe they sell them here in Norway.
Really? Yeah. Oh, we have a result. Yep, Jan-Krzysztof Duda has resigned. Magnus Carlsen is actually shaking his head, but it is a win for the world champion, an important win for him, actually. And are you surprised?